I'd just like to show you what I'd take on a rural yomp. Obviously, if you're close to a car park and close to home or to where you're staying, you won't need to take all this kit. But on the Yorkshire Three Peaks, I took a basic kit like this, which only weighed 9 kilograms in a smaller Bergen. But this is what I take. We're here on Dartmoor. This is what I take on a yomp on Dartmoor for all eventualities. So I'll just take you through it. First off, we've got the Bergen here, and then we've got the dynamic hiking poles, which we use at speed, which is great when it's wet weather or there's lots of rocks and you're coming down a bit of scree. It's fantastic for that. Here we've got a little weighing machine. Don't guesstimate anything. If you're on your Garmin and you want to put your weights in and stuff like that and your speed, and then calculate your weight. It's really important. You calculate your calories and your intake, what you're eating, so you have to do it with the weight of the Bergen as well. Dry bag. Slip everything into a dry bag, slip it into the Bergen, stops your sweat and stops the rain getting through to your kit. So the socks I wear on a yomp are hilly compression socks. They're absolutely great. Hilly compression socks. And then on top of that, merino wool thin socks. Merino wool is a no-brainer, and that's the underwear that I wear as well. Merino wool, essential. I've got a spare top here to wear. This is all backup stuff. A spare mid layer, just in case it gets a bit cold. Today I'm not wearing a jacket, but here's my jacket. But I'd take it just in case. And then essential is waterproofs, and you can't spend too much money on waterproofs. These were absolutely astronomically priced, but I have to say I've been in a thunderstorm on the Balkans with my kit and I remained absolutely dry. Also water, so I've got here a 2-litre camel which fits into the top of the Bergen, and then the hose wraps round to the front, and then I don't have to stop to drink. I can drink as I want, but the camels are essential. Backup water, at least one canister of water. This can also hold hot water if you want, so you can make it into a tea, but I take a separate flask. This is a Clean Canteen. I think it's an American design. It's brilliant. You don't have to muck around with a cup. You can just open it at the top and drink straight out of it. Lovely warm tea there. First aid kit. I'm not saying that you should take a mountain first aid kit, but certainly take a personal kit for yourself, or you might find other people that need a little bit of help, plaster or something, and you can also aid them as well. Your eats. Now you must eat carbs before you go on your yomp, and then during the yomp you want something sustainable. So I take my favourite foods because I find if I take foods that I don't really like all that much, I actually don't eat them. So dark chocolate, I love my dark chocolate, and my favourite nuts I take, which is mixed nuts and then salt and vinegar nuts. I absolutely adore them. Sam, these are for you. I don't need them anymore. Okay. Before I go on my yomp, I have a salt stick. Look that up on the internet, salt stick. And if you're going on a mega yomp, then you can have a second salt stick halfway through. I also take 2 grenades because I don't drink tea and coffee, but the grenades give me a little bit of substance pre-yomp. Back up. So you've got a battery pack here for your phone. Just in case your battery runs out, you've got a backup. And then if all else fails, map and a compass, just in case. You can photocopy the bits of map and then laminate them, and then you don't have to take a big map. If you want, take some headphones. I take these Beats. These are absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't be without them now. If I'm concentrating so much, I'll turn the music off. But generally it really does help to have a little bit of music there if you're on your own. Also I take toilet paper. So these are toilet wipes and a bag to put your toilet wipes in. don't leave paper on the mountain. This is leukotape. This is what I was describing earlier, and this goes on your feet, and to protect your feet. It's a second skin, and it prevents blisters, and it works wonders. But be careful when you're taking it off. A little bit of a pair of scissors there, just to cut them, cut the tape when you're using it. Nose tissues, sun cream if it gets really sunny. Vapor rub. I used this before. I put it on my lips here and also on underneath my nose, just to open up the airways before I set off. Talcum powder, obviously, for inside the boots. Jungle formula, that this will stop the ticks. This is why I'm wearing long clothes, long sleeves, long trousers, always to prevent the ticks, and it's good practice, and this will stop any insects as well. This is a hand sanitizer for when you start eating. I also take pita bread with smoked salmon. I really like that. So if you've been touching anything, to have hand sanitizer is a good idea. Take a sun hat, some form of sun hat. In the sun hat, I use these little bands. They're sweat bands. They fit in the rim. They're self-adhesive, and you can it absorbs the sweat, and you can throw them away after. Sunglasses, obviously, and the last thing, photo ID, and then I'll take a bank card and some cash there just in case. Well, that's it. So I look forward to seeing you later for when I'm doing my yomping.